guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Sequel with Mommy Life Renewed, and it's curriculum week, and today I'm going to share with you my 9th grade son's homeschool curriculum choices this year. So if you're interested in seeing what he'll be using this year for 2017-2018, stay tuned. Hi guys, we're back, and now I'm going to share with you what we're going to use for my 9th grade sons for 2017 to 2018 homeschool year. I'm going to start out with language arts. We have decided to use Holt, Elements of Language. For literature, we're going to use the Princess Hall Literature, the Penguin edition. This will be his main spine for literature, and of course he will have some literature selections that he'll be reading for his independent reading time. Okay, now for writing composition, we're going to be using Essentials in Writing, where students learn to write. This is the level 9, and it comes with the DVD, and on the inside of the DVD for the lessons, it also has the principal worksheets that goes with the lessons. And here is his binder here, and I've already printed out everything for him. Now I did want to, as much as I wanted to continue using IEW, it was just not in my budget this year. So this came at a really good deal. It was like a fraction of what I had to pay for IEW, and IEW was great for him last year. It worked wonderful, but like I said, it just wasn't in our budget this year, so we're going with Essentials in Writing. I've used this before for my older son when he was in 7th grade, so I decided to go with this for my next son's 9th grade year. I have 7 children, so excuse me if I forget what grade everyone is in. Okay, now for math choices, we are going to be sticking with Matthew C. We've been using Matthew C from the beginning, and we like it, and I just don't see ourselves switching. Everything works, so if it's working and it's not broken, don't try to fix it. But he'll be moving into Algebra 1 this year. Okay, and these are the algebra and decimal inserts that goes with the Algebra 1 kits. I'm gonna let you see inside of that. Can you see that? All right. Okay, now let's move on to, how about science? Okay. All right, now for science, he'll be doing biology, and for biology, we'll be using Apologias, Exploring Creation with Biology, and guys, I got this textbook from thriftbooks.com. Can you believe it? This textbook it retails at $68. I got this bad boy for $25. So if you haven't checked with thriftbooks.com, you need to check it out. I was able to save all kinds of money. And also for his notebook, I have his notebook already printed and ready to go for biology, and it has everything he needs. I have his schedule in the front. Let me move it on this side. I have his schedule in the front, and I have all of his pages with his definitions, vocabulary, different elements, lab sheets in the back, everything that he needs to get started. Now, something that I'm excited about is his history selection this year and world geography. For world geography, he is using North Star Geography. Now, he's going to be using this over a 2-year period. It's a PDF, and I haven't finished printing everything, but I wanted to print the cover so you can actually see it. And I'll insert a picture here so you can actually see what the book actually looks like. But he's going to do this over a 2-year spread. Here in Louisiana, where we live, they have to have world geography, world history, American history, and civics and government. So the way he wanted to do it this year is he didn't want to do just world geography by itself, and he didn't want to do just world history by itself. So he's going to split both of them in half and do it over a 2-year period. So he's going to do the first half of world geography and the first half of world history together this year and for next year. Now, for his history, we decided to go with Real History Odyssey. If you have heard of Real Science Odyssey, it's the same people with Pandia Press, and this is what it looks like. He is going to be using the History Odyssey Ancients, and after he finishes the Ancients, he'll go into the Middle Ages. So that, oh, this is the level 2. This is the revised edition. Now, I'm going to do a in-depth review on History Odyssey because I was able to get this just a PDF of the ebook for free for my honest review, and I plan to do an honest review on it. I really love the way it's laid out. It is thorough. I just can't wait to share it with you. Now, I'm going to show you the books that I purchased to go with the History Odyssey, and like I said, this is the Ancients. So it has a list of books that you have to purchase on your own to go with this particular history curriculum. And the main textbook is the Kingfisher History Encyclopedia. I also got Tales of Ancient Egypt, The Golden Goblet. I was able to thrift all of these books from thriftbooks.com except for Tales from Ancient Egypt. I actually got this book off of Amazon. It was new, but it was only $4 and some change, so it was not that much at all. Also, this is the Children's Homer. It actually goes with this particular curriculum as well. And Greek Myths goes along with it. And the History of Mankind. Now, there are 2 other books that goes with it, and they're called Caesar's Gallic War and Tharus and His Town, and I'm going to be getting those 2 books as well. Now, what I'm really and super excited about is my son's STEM selections. Now, this year's how we're doing our STEM lab is we're going to do, for the acronym for science, technology, engineering, art, and math, what we're going to do is we're doing a lab day each day. On Monday, it'll be for science lab. For Tuesday, it'll be for technology. For Wednesday, engineering. Thursday, art. And on Friday, it'll be his math lab. So what I did was I actually created a binder, and I'm going to share with you exactly what he's going to be doing. I'm going to do a screen share on my desktop. After I show you my binder, then I'm going to screen share so you can actually see what he's actually using for his STEM lab. Now, I created him a binder for his STEM lab and some and a weekly schedule. Now, if you've been with me for a while, then you know I've been using this block schedule for quite some time now. But this is his STEM binder, and I have his science labs here, technology lab, engineering lab, art lab, and math lab. Basically, what he'll be doing is he'll have a virtual lab. Now, a lot of times it will be a virtual lab that's pertaining to whatever he's learning in science for the week. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with apologia, but it does as well. Because if he doesn't have a lab that week, then he'll just do a virtual lab on the computer. But if he does have a lab, then he'll just replace that with whatever he has to do for the apologia biology on that particular day. And that is on a Monday. Okay, guys, let's move on to technology. Now, my son is college bound. He has his eye on a particular college and he wants to go into engineering and architecture. So He will be taking a intro to computer science class online through Udacity or Udacity. I don't know how you actually pronounce it, but that's where he's going to take an intro to computer science class. So he'll go in there and do his weekly class assignment there. And then after that, he'll go into his coding academy. Now, like I said, I'm going to do a screen share so you can actually see the websites. And then he'll do like a 15-minute of Scratch. And this is for his technology lab on Tuesday. Now, on Wednesday is his engineering lab, and on that day he'll actually watch an engineering type video basically on architecture. And what I did was I created a YouTube playlist and he'll actually watch those, and then he'll report back to me what he watched and things like that. And I may just have him create a notebooking page on what he watched and what he learned for the day. Really simple. And if he has an experiment after he watches the video, then he'll actually do that as well. He'll probably have something that he'll have to build dealing and pertaining to architecture. Okay, now for Thursday is his art lab. This is where his art curriculum will come in, and he'll do that on Thursdays of each week. That's basically it. For art, we don't have a set art curriculum or art medium that we're going to use. I am still trying to figure out what I'm going to use, but right now he's just going to continue to do the YouTube videos that he's been doing all this time. Okay, now for his math lab, it's basically a math game either on the computer or the iPad that he'll do just to continue his math skills, basically like that. It's nothing really big, but basically just something to just keep his skills going and keep his skills sharp because of the fact he is interested in engineering. Okay, now I'm going to do a screen share of what my son's websites and things will look like for his STEM lab. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay guys, as promised, I wanted to share with you some of the websites that my son will be using for his STEM labs. And this is the first website. It's called HHMI Bio Interactive, and this is a virtual lab, and this is particularly for his science lab. Here it has different virtual labs that he can actually go through. I'm going to have him just do one per week, and I'll have him go through whichever one he wants to do. And this is only if he does not have a lab in his Apologia science for that week. So he'll just go into this website and actually do one of these virtual labs. And let's see, let's just click on the very first lab so you can see what all it entails. And it basically has the name of it, a summary of it, and you click here to go into the virtual lab, and the virtual lab is pulling up. Let me move this screen over. And I'll link all of these down below, and have different modules on this particular lab. It has different videos you can watch. This is the introduction. They have something for educators, progress, reference, help, and I guess you can save it and resume it here as well. But that's that website. The the second option that he has for science lab is the University of Colorado in Boulder, the interactive simulations. So here it has a list of the different subjects. So since he's doing biology, he'll stay in the biology section this year. And then it has different flash videos, websites, and just different things he can look at. And what I'm probably going to have him do is whatever he's studying for the week. If he doesn't have an actual lab, I'll just have him come and click on the one that maybe is fitting to whatever he learned for the week in the Apologia Science. Okay, moving on to Technology Tuesday. He will actually use this website. It's called Udacity or Udacity, and this is a free course on Intro to Computer Science. Build a search engine and a social network. And it's just a course, and it's completely free.
It's an introduction to computer programming. He'll learn and practice key computer science concepts by building your own versions of popular web applications. It says you'll learn Python, a powerful, easy to learn, and widely used programming language, and you'll explore computer science basics as you build your own search engine and social network. And this is approximately 3 months. It's free and it's a beginner level. So it has rich learning content. It's taught by industry pros. It has a student support community. It has interactive quizzes, and it is a self-paced learning. So there you have it. This is for his Technology Tuesday. This is the course that he'll actually take each one per week. Okay, the next website that he has here is Code Academy. So once he finishes this course, he'll go into the Code Academy course and he'll learn HTML and CSS. And these are his choices. These are the things he wanted to do. Okay. And then of course he has Scratch because he's been doing Scratch for a very long time and he just continues to do the Scratch. So this will still be under his technology course. And he'll probably do 15 minutes on it. He'll create a game, and then what he does is he turns it into me. Well, he shares it with me, and I go in and see what his story or his game or his animation is about, and he's graded upon that. Just some fun things that he likes to do that I decided to just continue this year. Also, we're going to move into engineering. For engineering, he will be taking a course through lynda.com. And through lynda.com, it is a course that's offered, well, lynda.com is offered through the library system here. So this is the reason why I'm able to access it, because normally you have to pay for this course and it is pretty expensive. But if you check your library may offer lynda.com through them. So if I were you, I would check that. But this is the learning path that he'll be doing for engineering. It is become an architecture CAD technician, and CAD is computer aided drafting. With him having an interest in architecture, I just decided that this would be a very, very good course for him to take this year. And well, we'll see how it goes. This will be our first year using lynda.com, and we're going to see how it's going to work. Okay, moving on from engineering. Oh no, let me stay in engineering because I wanted to show you a few of the playlists that I have found on YouTube. And this is a crash course playlist. They have tons and tons and tons and tons of playlists. I really highly adore Crash Course on YouTube. But this is a computer science. It has a particular, where is it? It has software engineering, integrated circuits, programming. I thought it had an architectural course as well, but I don't see it right now. But that's one of the playlists that I have saved. Is through Crash Course. Also, through Khan Academy, they have an electrical engineering course. I'm not sure if we're going to get to this one. I don't know, but it's just is a playlist that I've saved just in case. Okay, moving on from engineering, we are going to move into art. Now, this is the course that I am trying to figure out if I'm going to use for my son for art. And it's either the Color Theory for Artists and Designers for Allison.com, and it is free. Also, Easy Peasy All-in-One High School. They have an art appreciation course. So I haven't decided. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm going to look at both of them carefully, and I'm going to really dig into both of those courses and see which one I want to use. Now, moving on from art, and if I can't make a decision between the two of them, I'm probably just going to pick one and just be done with it. Okay. Also, let's move on to his math labs. His math lab is going to be coming from a website called Fun Maths for High School. And these are cool. These are math games for high school. You have fractions, you have algebra, you have geometry, you have logic, you have spatial skills, numeracy, and more. So if you haven't seen this website, I highly suggest you go to this website and pin it on your Pinterest board, save it on your bookmark on your computer, because it is amazing, especially for high school. Yeah, I didn't even know they even had math games for high school, but this is a website that has all types of different math games for high schoolers. Isn't that cool? Especially for boys. I think he's going to really enjoy this. So he'll do 20 minutes on playing the cool math games on the math game site. Now, there's one other thing that I forgot to mention on the video of his curriculum choices were his music. Okay, and for his music, this is another website that was offered through the library, and it's called artistworks.com for libraries, and it's an online music lessons for libraries. You have different type of lessons, whether he wants to learn how to play a guitar, an electric bass, you have fiddle lessons, banjo lessons, you've got jazz guitar, you've got trumpet lessons, clarinet lessons, French horn lessons, harmonica lessons, percussion lessons. This is probably what he'll be interested in. Knowing my son, he'll probably want to learn how to play the drums or something. You even have vocal lessons and scratching lessons for, like, if you're interested in doing DJing, which is interesting. Blues guitar, jazz saxophone, jazz drums. You have bluegrass vocal lessons, music theory, ukulele lessons. This is what my daughter is doing here, the ukulele lessons for her. Classic mandolin and country vocals. I'm not sure. I may start him right here with this music theory course, and then from there decide what instrument he wants to learn how to play at a later date. But that is artistworks.com for libraries. And finally, the only other thing that I forgot to mention was his foreign language. And he's actually using Rosetta Stone for Spanish this year. And Rosetta Stone is also, it is actually also provided by our library system here. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my 2017-2018 homeschool curriculum week for my 9th grade choices. Stay tuned because I have more videos coming up this week for our homeschool curriculum week. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and blessings, and see you soon. Bye.